Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Greatest Gift, A Christmas Tale by Philip Van Doren Stern with an afterword by Marguerite Stern Robinson. Read by Edward Herrmann with Madeline Mabey.
The little town straggling up the hill was bright with colored Christmas lights, but George Bailey did not see them. He was leaning over the railing of the iron bridge, staring down moodily at the black water. The current eddied and swirled like liquid glass, and occasionally a bit of ice detached from the shore would go gliding downstream to be swallowed up in the shadows under the bridge. The water looked paralyzingly cold. George wondered how long a man could stay alive in it. The glassy blackness had a strange hypnotic effect on him. He leaned still further over the railing. "I wouldn't do that if I were you," a quiet voice beside him said. George turned resentfully to a little man he had never seen before. He was stout, well past middle age, and his round cheeks shone pink in the winter air as though they had just been shaved. "Wouldn't do what?" George asked sullenly. "What you were thinking of doing." "How do you know what I was thinking?" "Oh, we make it our business to know a lot of things," the stranger said easily. George wondered what the man's business was. He was a most unremarkable little person, the sort you would pass in a crowd and never notice. Unless you saw his bright blue eyes, that is. You couldn't forget them, for they were the kindest, sharpest eyes you ever saw. Nothing else about him was noteworthy. He wore a moth-eaten old fur cap and a shabby overcoat that was stretched tightly across his paunchy belly. He was carrying a small black satchel. It wasn't a doctor's bag, it was too large for that, and not the right shape. It was a salesman's sample kit, George decided with distaste. The fellow was probably some sort of peddler, the kind who would go around poking his sharp little nose into other people's affairs. "Looks like snow, doesn't it?" the stranger said, glancing up appraisingly at the overcast sky. "It'll be nice to have a white Christmas. They're getting scarce these days. But so are a lot of things." He turned to face George squarely. "You all right now?" "Of course I'm all right. What made you think I wasn't? George fell silent before the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?